Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Magical Monday here with Ultimate Floor Care and Pallmann. This is episode 10, and we're going to talk about the history of Magic Oil. As always, we have Matt Kevington from the UK sales team, and today we've also got a special guest, Klaus from Pallmann. Klaus, you want to introduce yourself to everyone and explain what you do here at Pallmann? At Pallmann.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. Absolutely. So my name is Klaus Stolzenberger. My role is head of business unit for Pallmann. Pallmann is a part of the Utz Group, and I've been working now since 14 years for Pallmann in this role, and in the Utz Group. It has been now nearly 36 years that I've been working for Utz, the brands and the company. Yes.
So you've seen quite a lot over the years then, Klaus.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So it sounds a little bit that I'm old, but I'm not, of course. I'm just experienced.
Great news, great. So, Klaus, what I want to start with is asking you a couple of questions, if that's okay, about Magic Oil, of course.
Absolutely.
So, Klaus, could you just take us back to the beginning of Magical Monday and tell us how it first come about with Pallmann?
Yeah, so it all goes back more than 20 years now. So in the year 2004, Pallmann has revolutionized the market of wood floor oils with Magic Oil. And to this day, Magic Oil is unmatched in terms of work safety and also speed. And then with Magic Oil 2K Original, with Ergo, Spa, and also Magic Oil Change, we have expanded and changed the areas of application of wood floor oil and also possibilities for wood floor contractors to use a penetrating oil on a wood floor.
So when they originally first come out with Pallmann's Magic Oil, did they bring it out to solve any challenges that contracts were having? Was there any particular reason that they came out with it? Was there a drying issue that people were having, that it's taking too long to dry, and they sort of solved it with Magic Oil? What would that be?
No, it was all about to bring really a new sort of wood flooring oil, penetrating oil, because normally everybody's aware of hard wax oil, but it creates a coat on the wood, and with the penetrating oil you still have the wood surface, and you can see it, you can feel it, and but also to make it resistant. So
I think back in the day, hard wax oils were the go-to, really, weren't they? That everyone was using hard wax oils, and the benefit of this one is, I feel when you're applying Magic Oil, like you were saying, Klaus, it's a two-component product, so we can use it in commercial areas, so high foot traffic areas, and have we have the protection from inside the wood.
Yeah,
we have a very very thin coating of wax on the top, but nothing that compares to a hard wax oil. So we still get that natural wood look to it.
That was the idea. Of course, hard wax oils contain solvent in a high ratio often, and with Magic Oil, we have been able to bring a solvent-free two-component oil on the market. Yeah, and that's also environmentally cautious, made from renewable raw materials. And that's, of course, then even better in harmony with the most sustainable floor covering. Yeah, so it was also the idea to improve the work environment, for the wood flooring contractors and to get rid of the solvents.
It's also a great benefit to sell to clients that want their wooden floors done. So if you think about over 20 years since Pallmann's Magic Oil has come out, they now, here in 2025, have a solvent-free, environmentally friendly product that will give you the same amount of protection that it did 20 years ago.
Yes, and it's really unmatched with regard to speed. So you can use a floor that has been oiled with Magic Oil 2K Original, for example, or also Magic Oil 2K Change, after 12 hours, in a high traffic area like a hotel entrance or a restaurant or a bar, and that's what we think really up until today it's unmatched.
When this, so obviously when Magic Oil was first introduced to the market, how did it go down with contractors? Obviously, we are aware within Pallmann and within the UK now that it's a revolutionised product of how oils sort of act, and it sits within the market as a game changer. Magic Oil. How did it first get perceived, perhaps in Germany or internationally when it first came out?
I would say very conservative. Yeah, everybody. I think in our trade, everybody likes the innovation, and everybody appreciates if, for example, Pallmann has innovative products, but somehow nobody wants to use them in the first place.
Yeah,
and that's understandable because it's all about safety. At the end, the floor has to be perfect, and then you need the trust, and then you need also the experience. So in the first place, it was really tough to introduce that oil because also the application is different. The hard wax oil you apply with a roller, for example, and the Magic Oil 2K Original you apply with a spatula, and then you have to buff it. And so that's completely different. And this change of application method and
mindset almost
to
of
change the habit, and that was of course the biggest challenge. And it took, I've not been there when it all started. I've only been there since 2011, but I know of course that it took 5-7 years at least, to tell the story, to show the product, to demonstrate, and all of a sudden then the benefits have been realized, and then it was of course appreciated then also, and then also not only in Germany or in Europe, for example, also from our customers then in the USA. But it really took a while because it was really a real innovation, and revolution is a big word, but I think we can say that we have revolutionized the market for wood flooring oils.
Yeah, what I love about Magic Oil as well is the fact that it's not just stopped at original. There's so many other issues and challenges that contractors come across in the real world, and your guys over in the orange world look at those challenges and go, how do we fix that for the contractor? For instance, you've got Magic Oil Spa. You've got contractors wanting to put oil down in high moisture areas like wet rooms, gymnasiums, bathrooms, and you've come up with a solution. A wood floor oil that's 2K can take high foot traffic, but also take that high amount of moisture in the air, which is brilliant. So
Yeah.
it originally started with Magic Oil Original. What was the next step?
The next
What
step
was what was the next oil that come along?
yes, it was Magic Oil 2K Ergo in the year 2009. And Magic Oil 2K Ergo, you can apply it while standing with the Magic Oil applicator. So I just told you that Magic Oil 2K Original you apply with the spatula on your knees, and the Magic Oil 2K Ergo you can apply in one coat, so one-time application with a special tool called Magic Oil Applicator. Yes, and then the next evolution step, and you already mentioned Magic Oil 2K Spa, was then in the year 2010 when we introduced Magic Oil Spa that also can be used in
wet rooms and
wet rooms. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, and then there also was a Magic Oil Pure. I think that's quite recent though. That one's come out, hasn't it?
Yes, that Magic Oil 2K Pure has been introduced in the same year as the Magic Oil Change. That was in the year 2023, so 2 years ago. Yes.
And how has at the moment how has Magic Oil Change been taken onto the market, onto this international scale? How has it been received by contractors?
So the product itself, the fact that Magic Oil Change consists out of 90% of renewable raw materials, regional hemp oil, the fact that we reduce the CO2 emission with this product by 60 to 70% in relation to traditional wood flooring oils has been received very well. And also, it just needs the trust that, yes, this product is as good, or as we say, it's even better than the Magic Oil 2K Original. Why is it better? It's easy said that it's better because it's a little bit thinner, it's more penetrating, and it's even also more color enhancing. Yeah, so the color of the wood floor is how do you say, richer? Yeah. So and yeah, it's easier to apply. There are really a couple of benefits also technically. Yeah, it's not only about it's a more sustainable product. It's also technically this product has some benefits, and yeah, and as always, it takes a while until the message gets across.
Wow, so that's great about Magic Oil Change, because I know a lot of contractors look at it as a product and think, oh, okay, so it's just exactly the same as the others. It's just more environmentally friendly. But from what you've just said, Klaus, there's so many more benefits to the product.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So the reason behind Magic Oil Change was that we wanted to be a little bit more independent from our raw material suppliers, especially from overseas, China, and therefore we came up with the idea to use a regional plant oil, and then we found this the hemp oil, and it grows in the region of Würzburg, and also the oil mill is in the region is nearby by our factory, and that makes it more sustainable. And this fact that everything is regional reduces the CO2 emission, and that's Mac mentioned it earlier. Yeah, we really call it magic oil change because we think it's also a game changer to the industry. Yeah, and because it's becoming more and more successful. So more and more wood flooring contractors go for the magic oil change because they like the application, and as I said, the color enhancement, and also have, of course, this benefits for their conversation with the end user. Yeah, and we now start to also add this hemp oil to other magic oil products. So, for example, step by step. But for example, magic oil ergo consists approximately 5% of hemp oil. We will add also hemp oil to our care product. So a very important product in this range that we should not forget about is magic oil care. Yeah, and also this will contain a certain part of hemp oil. So step by step, we try to make also the existing magic oil products so more sustainable, or that they also contribute to the CO2 reduction. If you apply the right products, if you apply the right maintenance products, care products, you can extend the lifetime of a wood flooring. You can recoat, you can sand and finish. So you can do a lot to extend the lifetime of a wood flooring up to 100 years or even more. So it's the most sustainable floor covering. And then, of course, it makes, from our point of view, sense to also use a sustainable oil on top.
And you don't get much of that in the industry where you have a sustainable product that's still very quick drying. So the working time, benefit that I say to my contractors is you can be in and out in a day if you're sanding and oiling. You don't need to go back for a couple more coats. That's a great benefit of the magic oil product. Yeah.
For example, in restaurants, bars, we have so many reference projects. Also in the UK, of course, when really that was why the choice was for Magic Oil 2K Original or Magic Oil 2K Ergo in the past. It was because of the speed. You can fully use the floor after 12 hours.
Yeah, and it's impressive. You very rarely hear that from other products. And the maintenance guy, what I love great about what you guys have done is the 5 steps guide to looking after your wooden floor. So the buck doesn't stop once the contract is finished in your home. You've got the 5 steps guide on how to look after that floor. So you're not trying to get the customer to get it sanded again to get more sales of the product. You're actually teaching them how to look after their wooden floor after, so it lasts a lot longer.
It lasts a lot. It lasts a lot longer. It makes absolutely sense, and it also brings some opportunities for the wood flooring contractor with regards to the after sale business. To provide the magic oil care product. To make sure that the floor stays beautiful and also durable. Because also one benefit of an oiled floor, with an oiled floor with magic oil is if there is how do you say it, a dent, or if
repair,
if you have to repair. You do not have to sand the whole area. You really can repair it in a small area, re-oil it, and that's quite I would not, maybe easy is the wrong word, but it's a way easier than if you talk about a lacquered floor, yeah, or a finished floor.
Yes. I've done it myself when I've gone back to repair. After a couple of weeks, we've sanded and oiled the floor, and the customer's dropped something, and it's just taken off, or they've had a stain on the floor, and all I've gone and done is taped a couple of boards up, sanded it back to the same grit that we finished on, putting oil down. Yes, of course, at first it stood out and looked brand new again, but after a couple of days, it just blended right in.
Yes, and that's I would also think one big advantage if you have an Magic Oil wood flooring. Yes,
it's very forgiving, I think is the word we would use.
Yes, and Cameron, because you mentioned the Magic Oil 2K Pure, and also we have Magic Oil 2K White in the range. Yeah, so if you want an oiled floor with the raw look, untreated somehow, then you can use Magic Oil 2K Pure, and if you want this Scandinavian Nordic look, that's a little bit white. Then we have the Magic Oil with white color pigments in it that you can change also the appearance of your wood floor.
That Magic Oil White, is that already pre-mixed color?
That's a pre-mixed color. Yes.
Wow.
That comes in a 1 liter tin can. Yeah, and I
definitely think one of our episodes, our future episodes, we're going to get a can and we're going to have a play around here at my unit with some of that Magic Oil White, because here in the UK, a lot of people are looking for that Scandi white toned down look.
Yes,
and a flat mat, and it's not something we've had. If I have customers asking me for it, I'd usually say mix in free sober white in with Magic Oil Ergo to get that. But if you've already got a pre-mixed product that's Magic Oil, let's get it here in the UK and have a play.
Yes, and yes, have a play, and then I think it's very impressive if you have a side-by-side application. You know, the same wood. If you have then, for example, a Magic Oil Change, a Magic Oil Pure, a Magic Oil White, same wood flooring, three completely different looks,
but same protection.
Absolutely.
Mac, have you got any other questions?
I think just to finish off on from me, how, obviously from your perspective, Klaus, how do you see the oil market, impact in the UK over the next sort of 3 to 5 years? Obviously, we're gonna, in the UK, we have a variety of choices for people to use, such as Original, Ergo, Spa, Life, Magical Life, and of course Magical Change.
Yes.
I'm very much aware that Magical Change is an option that we want to continue to push further forward. How do you see the UK market, and probably internationally as well, changing, if you pardon the pun, to the different oils that we have now coming through and are available with Pallmann?
Yeah, I think it's all down to ourselves and maybe also some competitors, to really establish these types of product, and also to talk about the benefits of an oiled floor, with this. I'm not talking about hard wax oil. I really talk about these penetrating oils, because if you think about coloring, and then you go with a Magic Oil Original on top, or if you think about brushing, because that's really also a very big trend, or has been for a couple of years now, to in terms of renovation, to brush the surface. And then if you have a brushed surface, it makes no sense at all to put a lacquer on top.
Absolutely.
And you have a flat surface again. You want this structure, and you can only then maintain the structure with a penetrating oil.
So that's a real key benefit of using Magic Oil, because I've done it myself when we've had a pre-finished, already textured wooden floor. So pre-finished textured oiled floor. Like you say, 5-10 years down the line, it's looking a bit grubby, it's looking a bit worn. And all we do is just go on with the brushes, K60 silica carbide brushes, the nylon brushes, takes the finish out, gives it a really nice look, and then just putting oil down. And it pops.
Yes, exactly. And therefore there will be more options than to use that kind of two-component oil.
So it looks like the future for Magic Oil. It's not stopping at change. We're going further. We're looking at other challenges that contractors are having, and looking at even what the end users wanting. As we're out there listening to Pallmann are out there listening to what the contractor and the end customer wants, and solving the problems like they have been doing.
That you said it earlier. That's what we did that's what we have been doing since 20 years now. And then also with the Ergo Spa change, and we will not stop to keep on the innovation, and to really fulfill the needs, or to fulfill the demand of our customer. That's our biggest driver for our product development.
I think it's great coming from the start of Magic Oil Original, just going through the timeline of the Ergo, the Spa, and how we are now with the change, and knowing that Magic Oil is not going to stop there. Just from this episode alone, I found out about the Magic Oil White, which myself and Mac on another episode are definitely going to be looking into that and having a play around with it versus an original. So it's something that the contractors are always looking for. You guys are coming up with the answers for, which is one of the reasons why I fully back Magic Oil and the Magic Oil system. I've used it myself on many jobs, different types of tropical woods, softwoods, hardwoods, and I've been impressed every time I've used it, especially with the drying times as well. For a successful business to strive, you need to be working fast, using a correct system, and this system's been put in place so you can go and sand and oil a floor in a day.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what you can do. And in the meantime, over the more than 20 years now, we've really put together a Magic Oil family, as we say it, with Magic Oil Care, and also the other options.
Great. So Klaus, I really want to appreciate you coming on to this episode for us, giving us a heads up and an overall of how far we've come in 20 years of Magic Oil. It's been great to hear it from yourself, and to know that we're not stopping there. So I really want to thank you for your time, Klaus, and I'm hoping to get you back on again.
Thank you for the opportunity to be part of your Magic Oil Monday episode, and looking forward.
There'll be more to come.
Absolutely. So thank you very much for your support also.
No problem. Okay. Thank you.
Much appreciated.